There is an array of plants and garden stuff that they sell here. This place is full of pyracanthus and other bonsai trees, and ordinary folks choosing bonsais for their homes and gardens. And I have seen many trees being sold here. I spent a fair amount of time looking around and admiring the trees. Another beautiful pyracantha at the top, and another one on the right, and below that loads of pyracantha bonsais with massive trunks and taper, beautiful pots. And this appears to be a Chinese elm with a very large trunk. And in the back is a bamboo group planting. And to my left is a chap working on and tidying up a bonsai tree. The left of the forecourt, again there is a large bamboo planting, and followed by loads of pyracanthus. Seems to specialize in pyracanthus with a few other species thrown in. And another beautiful, very large Chinese elm. And next to it, a rather large ficus. It's quite large, in fact. There are a number of entrances to the center, and this is one of them. You can see the extent of the plants, and wow, there's another rather large bonsai which is being worked on, and moss is being placed. As you can see, he's mossing the bonsai and starting to look quite nice with the moss in place. And he has a lot of moss in front of him, there we are, which he's placing on the pot. That's the tree in full view. It's quite a large, does need a bit of pruning. Not quite sure what species it is, but does have a rather large trunk on it. This is just the entrance part. I'm just walking through. There are plants and bits and pieces on both sides of the entrance. More bonsais here, quite a few ficuses, with some ferns at the back. Very busy, so I can't really go into the shop. It's a small shop and very crowded. That gives you some idea of what's going on here. And down here, and down here are all the pots, oodles of them, and goes around the corner. And here again some more trees. And the blue pot is a rather tall bonsai, needs to be pruned. And on the right, next to the cactus, is a cascade style, again in bad need of pruning. I love these. These are rocks with plantings and water feature. And if I can get a close up, you can see a little bit more. There's a little figure in the water, and another one here, followed by more water features with pots in the background. And this appears to be a palm planting of about 4 different sizes. I'm just taking shots at random, and there are so many walkways and with stalls, and the walkways amongst the stalls. I can see some more rather large trees. Here is a large ficus with aerial roots, quite a nice one, but stuck amongst all the plants and trees, it just doesn't do justice to it. Another store with lots of bonsais. There's a Chinese juniper here. It's got my eye. Quite like that one. More bonsai trees on another stall, and here are some smaller ones. There are so many and placed so close together it becomes very difficult to actually see them. These are all bamboo. Water feature with rocks and planting and moss. Does work quite well. And another water feature. On a stall opposite is this maple, and again water features, and another large one on the floor. And we'll take shots of the trees on the shelves. A group of maples at the back, and so it goes. The way these trees are packed so closely together, I'm beginning to wonder some of the magic is lost. Here is another example of the magic being lost. These trees in blue and white pots, there's so many of them placed so closely together, does make you wonder what's going on. I think these are commercially produced, and as I said earlier, ordinary folks come here to buy these for their gardens and homes. This next stall is a favorite of mine. We're looking at a clump planting of maples. It works quite well, and I'll go around the stall and take some shots. This one is a Chinese Elm. There appear to be quite a lot of these around. I'm working my way around the outside, and here we have a Chinese juniper with a podocarpus or the Buddhist monk pine next to it. Above it, in this foreground, is a jasmine with bamboo in the broken pot behind it. And then here we have an array of trees, some of them quite large. This one we're looking at in the center is a Buddhist monk pine, podocarpus. Next to it I don't recognize. Quite a few species I don't recognize. Neither do I recognize this clump planting. The pine is easy to tell because of the needles and the
大太阳晒的没关系，但是你要补水，
candles.
你就是要给它吃，就是要浇水就可以。你拿个35度浇晒它。
And looking through the trees, yes, the owner of the stall. I've met him a few times, and he's working on a tree.
就是你不晒它，那你好，那你那个养不很好，就是可以养的它，对。天天晒也没事。天天晒。
Yes, bamboo I quite like, and it works quite well with the pot very well mossed. The most is fairly established. Another Chinese elm. The angle isn't quite right, but I don't suppose it's been placed there to be looked at from this angle. This is planting of 2 Chinese elms, which is being worked on. And it's being pruned. We'll take another shot when he's finished pruning it. It's a thick-trunked pine. That's the second pine, just below the big one. And the water feature with plantings all over the rock. And I'll try and get some close-ups. It's like a pagoda on the right. There's a little house there with some moss which is really overgrown. Looks like grass. Another little structure there. And a fisherman fishing into the water, which has a lot of algae and stuff. Chinese juniper, followed by other species of trees which I do not recognize. I seem to be saying that quite a lot, but that's the case. And next to it, the tall one is an azalea with a rock planting. Has variegated plant, and then also bamboo and some pretty big flowers and pot of tea and some miniature cups are thrown in, and also a maple which is quite pretty. There we are, that's the maple. I'll back off a little. That's the rock planting. This is a stone pot with a small bonsai and plenty of moss, a rock in the middle, and 3 old men, one standing, 2 sitting down. Overall it looks quite good. And here we see bonsai trees being sold.
就是20，它就是小品啊，我们就是按小品来做，对，20公分，对，一扎吗？一般一扎，对，一扎25。
This tree is completed. In fact, I was giving a hand in its pruning as the owner is busy with the customers. I'll give it a quick turn. Here we are, and I will now make a start on another Chinese elm which is in desperate need of pruning, which is this one here. It's called Bonsai Fix. I have to be involved with bonsai. I love bonsai, and even when I'm on holidays I have to do something bonsai related. Okay. Okay.
Smile.撕下来的。
Okay.
OK。它没有这种。
Just finished pruning this tree. That's another Chinese elm. The pads are much tighter as a result. And it's quite a old tree, as you can see from the trunk, which is hollow for quite some part, and also the main trunk appears to have been removed from about here. There's a massive ficus. It's huge. They are good, yeah.
这个漂亮，这个。
Ah,
这个
yes.
漂亮。
Maple, Japanese maple. This is the owner. Thank you. Changes from dark to lighter.